Our nonprofit had been developing computer learning systems for a dozen years, but it was not until JP Chase Foundation entered the picture that things really started to take off. Before Chase began assisting us in 2007, we were serving a total of 300 students in 12 schools in Chicago. Now, less than 3 years later, we are serving nearly 40,000 students in 35 states. Chase's grants have enabled us to get our TeacherMate handheld computers into the classrooms of teachers across the country, transforming their teaching.
Going through that master's program, I have teachers everywhere, and I have said, these TeacherMates help. If you can get them, go on Donors Choose, have somebody donate them to you, they're a lifesaver. And the kids love them. They really, really do.
A special group of teachers who have benefited from TeacherMates this year are Teach for America teachers in Phoenix. Chase acted as a matchmaker, enabling TFA and IFL to collaborate to improve teaching and learning. TeacherMates were such a hit in the Phoenix trial that TFA has elected to expand the collaboration next year to every TFA kindergarten, first, and second grade teacher in Phoenix. Other TFA regions are also exploring a collaboration for next year. Of course, the biggest beneficiary of Chase's help are the students themselves.
The kids love the TeacherMates. We've been doing them since November. We've been using them since November, and they still get so excited about it.
TeacherMates are more than fun. The impact on test scores has been demonstrated by independent research conducted by Reading Hall of Fame professor Bill Thiel. He found statistically significant increases in all reading measures on tests conducted by the Chicago Public Schools compared to schools that did not use TeacherMates. Our success has made national news. We landed on the cover story of the April issue of Fast Company magazine.
With the backing of the JP Chase Foundation and Arnie Duncan, then the superintendent of the Chicago Public Schools and now the Secretary of Education, IFL took the TeacherMate from its longtime cluster of 12 Chicago schools to 500 schools in 14 states as of the fall of 2009.
We also made national TV news.
If you're always telling your kids to lay off the video games and focus on their homework, well, now you may not have to do that anymore. NBC's Kevin Tibbles explains.
How have they taken to the TeacherMate?
Like a sponge. Our scores have doubled.
Recent studies show students who used TeacherMate for a year had significant gains in phonics, word knowledge, and overall reading scores. Do you think you're playing or do you think you're learning?
Learning.
No one here is suggesting the TeacherMate will ever replace books or teachers. The hope is, thanks to the device, kids will appreciate both a little more.
Good work.
For today, Kevin Tibbles, NBC News, Chicago.
And now even Congress is getting into the act. Innovations for Learning joined JP Chase Foundation in a visit to Washington, which has led to various members of Congress asking to conduct a site visit to schools in their district in the fall. Chase has given far more than just funding. Chase employees in Chicago have used our internet-based tutoring system that enables volunteers to tutor from their desk.
My name is Wendy Marin, and my employer encourages their people to volunteer. I remember when I was Olivia's age, many, many years ago, someone took the time to help me. And I hope to do the same thing. I hope one day you help somebody else. We pay it forward.